pretty good end to what's been a great week, hasn't it? Makes a nice change. Burton 0, Sunderland 3. Let's get this out of the way. I know people might say, oh, they were down to 10 men, but we were already 2-0 up when the incident with Josh Earl happened. Basically a bit of a scramble and a scuffle, basically. But that's good. It's a fitting end to a great week. And obviously, for the numerous things that have happened, obviously we beat Doncaster last weekend, who themselves, I think, got beat today against Hull. I'm going to double check that. But I think they did. Anyway, no, it's 3-3. Get in. That's good, actually. I wanted that to end a draw. At least assuming it stays that way. But beat Doncaster last weekend very comfortably. Got to the EFL Trophy final, which I know in itself doesn't sound like much of an achievement. But I think, like I said in previous videos, I think it's good. That could be good. If we can beat Tranmere, who have beaten Oxford and Peterborough, so they're not going to be easy. But if we can win that game, we can end the Wembley hoodoo. And like I've said before, if we get the playoff final, if we happen to get there, it could be good for us mentally, thinking we've already won here, let's go and do it again. But that's not for another few weeks yet. And then obviously on Thursday, the takeover happened, and then today, we won, or on Saturday, if you're watching this later, Burton 0, Sunderland 3. And by the way, that was important as well, because Burton have been our bogey team. I looked up at the stats, actually, and of the last 6 meetings prior to today, because there's only been 6 meetings in our entire history, we beat them 2-0. And I was at that game with Chris Coleman. We then had the infamous 2-1 game, which relegated us to League One. And then followed it up with another defeat at the Perrelli. Well, so I say another, that's the only defeat we've had at the Perrelli in the 18-19 season under Jack Ross, before a 1-1 draw in the return fixture in April 2019. Last season, we obviously only had the one meeting due to the pandemic. We lost 2-1 at home to Burton. The second home game there, 2 home games, took the lead against Burton, lost 2-1. And then obviously earlier this season, for the second home game, we went behind against Burton, got a 1-1 draw. But today was crucial, and we know what Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank's about. We know that he sets Burton up to be extremely hard to break down, and to be fair, the first 2 Sunderland goals were 2. I would say Gooch's was kind of a screamer. I would say that Leadbitter, well, yeah, you could say the first 2 goals were screamers. The first goal was very well worked. It was a free kick down from the right hand side, our right, Burton's left. McGeady was standing over the ball, who I thought was going to cross it into the box, but he drills it. He just passes it sideways across to Leadbitter, who's in the centre, and then just decides to try and side foot it, and he just goes into the bottom corner. Fair play. Good. I'm assuming that's been work on the training ground. The second goal was the best of the bunch for me. I know people might say Charlie Wyke took his third goal very well, but that second goal, basically the corner came in, Burton dealt with it, as far as Lynden Gooch outside the penalty box, and he lashes it from his left foot, and it smacks in off the crossbar. Oh, I love it. Goals like that always look better when they're going off the woodwork, don't they? And from then on, Burton did. I'm not going to pretend Burton didn't have chances. Burton had a few half chances and definitely came at us. But I could see they were more aggressive, and they definitely looked a better side than what they came up at the Stadium of Light in December. But nevertheless, if Sunderland had any aspirations of top 2, and I think obviously Doncaster Hull's just finished 3-3, so that's good. Charlton didn't win. Ipswich and Oxford didn't win. They held each other to a draw. Portsmouth got beat. So the only 2 results that really went against us are Peterborough and Lincoln, but they're both against teams that you'd fully expect them to get wins against, so I'm not surprised there. That in itself is, I think the results today went as good as, more or less as good as you could hope. And that's and so again, a fitting end to a great week. We need to make sure, like I keep saying before, we've won 2 games in a row occasionally across the season. We've never won 3 games in a row this season in the league, as far as I'm aware. So, again, like I said, when we say winning run, it needs to be a good run of 5 or 6 games. We've got 5 more league games up until the Papa John's final. We need to make sure out of those next 5 games that, for me, you need to get at least 3 wins and 2 draws. Ideally, obviously, I want to win 5 of them, but we're not going to. And the good thing is, if we could get into a good habit of winning, then the more games that come around could be a good thing, but we'll wait and see. Fleetwood on Tuesday night, again, another side who's kind of in a bogey team since we've dropped it in League One. And for the first time this season, we need to get, if I'm right, for the first time this season, we need to get back-to-back home wins. We haven't had back-to-back home league wins this season yet, and obviously we haven't won 3 league games in a row yet. So I've rambled on enough. Good win against Burton, considering that 3 of their previous 4 games before today were 1-0 wins, and they had kept 3 clean sheets out of 4. So happy days, can't complain. I'll thank you everyone who watched SCFC Fan TV with me, Jack and Phil on there. Hopefully my commentary was alright to sit through. And thanks, we've got over 200 likes. That channel's hit over 5.2, 4K subscribers, I think. Like, comment, subscribe on this channel. Means a lot to us. Yous lot are awesome. Without you, this wouldn't be happening. And take care. See you later and enjoy your weekend.